Magandang araw mga kababayan at welcome sa ang Pinoy Live. It's Saturday, it's Kumusta Kayo Kabayan. And as mentioned last time, we will have a good discussion about history. Pero movie po siya ngayon at nabanggit namin na makakausap namin at makakasama ulit ang ating suking-suki at paborito ng artistang based in Canada, si Jason. So bago natin sila kausapin, of course, i-introduce ko muna ang ating section editor na laging fresh, si Miss Jean Estrabon. Hi, Miss Jean!
Hello, good morning everyone, or good evening everyone. We're back. Just don't mind the noise.
Okay, we're so back and we are so happy to be live the entire week now, Miss Jean. So we have to start na. This movie is actually about Humabon and Lapu-Lapu. And I guess most of you have met Jason already. He's been always with us whenever he has a movie. So for today, it's another movie in Canada and we will ask them about it. But of course, other than asking about the movie, we will also request some information about the Lapu-Lapu guy who's portraying in this movie. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome in ang Pinoy, Armando Allera de Lapu-Lapu, and of course, Jason Asuncion as Humabon. So, hi guys! Good morning and good evening!
Good morning.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me in general.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Of course, thank you, Jason, for messaging us about your new movie, and Armando, thank you for saying yes.
Absolutely my pleasure. Encantado.
Okay, thank you. Miss Jean, let's start now. I'm actually interested because we've asked Jason a little background on how he went to Canada. Now, I guess before we go to the movie, we have to start a little background about Armando. Armando, are you really based in Canada? What's the story?
Yes. Actually, so I am from Toronto, Ontario. Live in, well, I don't know if they still call it that. I know when you're from here you do, but I'm located in Scarborough. And the way I got here was I was actually born in Manila. And we migrated here when I was a baby. It was just me and my immediate family at first. And then as far back as I can remember, I just remember relatives coming in over and over and over and over until there was like a lot of us. There's a lot of us here right now.
Wow. That's actually, I know a lot of people are migrating now to Canada.
We have to tell the viewers that Armando doesn't speak Tagalog, but he can understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
we might be, he'll be talking in English all the time, but we can ask him probably in Tagalog. So, nakakaintindi ka ba ng konti pa? Pag kinausap ka namin ngayon?
Konti.
Of course, yes.
Okay.
Get scolded all the time in Tagalog. I'm very versed.
Okay.
So, magsasample tayo mamaya. So, tama si Miss Jean, mga kababayan. Normally po, Taglish or Tagalog kami. But for now, mas maraming English, pero ang sagot ni Armando is English. So, okay na yun, ha? Okay. So, yung kwento niya pala, Miss Jean, is yung the usual. Katulad ni na Jason, at saka of course ni na Sigrid dati na nakasama natin. All migrated to Canada. And now, so you basically, did you go home to the Philippines?
Have I been back? Actually, every time that we schedule a trip to go back, something crazy and unbelievable happens. So I've yet to go back, come back home, and I've been really dying to come back. Like I feel.
When was the last time you were here?
When I was born. When I was born, we lived there, then we moved, and that's it. And I've been like learning or finding that a part of me is really wanting to go back home. Like there's something there waiting for me. I don't know what it is, but something is pulling me back home. So I can't wait at this point.
Sa tamang panahon daw, pag-uwi mo.
Tamang
panahon.
Curious na ako, Jason, pag umuwi siya kasi it will be his first time to go back to the Philippines. What would you recommend him to visit?
Well, Boracay. my go-to, actually, Manila, the last time I was there was in 2019. It was beautiful. So, and I hope when he goes, I go, so I could personally take him on a tour.
Hey, that's a promise now. Eh? I'm looking for you when I go back.
Oh yeah, that's a
And
promise,
make a
man.
side trip to Siargao, maybe. Siargao is a good
yeah.
place. Yeah, it's a
Oo.
beautiful place. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Ayun, question.
Sige, go
People
na,
would
Miss
want to
Jean.
know, who's Humabon nga ba?
Yes, me. Okay,
And
Raha
in
Humabon
history, what do we know about Raja Humabon?
Oh
Raja
yeah,
Humabon.
he was the one who accepted the Spaniards, Magellan. It was the character that accepted him, trade, and he is known as the first Christian. Christianity started in the Philippines because of Raha Humabon, who was later baptized as Don Carlos. You know the Santo Niño, the famous painting. That was Humabon's wife who accepted the Santo Niño from the Spaniards.
Oh,
the
Yes.
famous Santo Niño in Cebu?
Yes.
okay. We have to
Yes.
go look for the painting then.
Oh yeah,
But it must be available naman siya sa Google siguro, di ba, sa internet?
You can just Google Raha Humabon's wife, Santo Niño, bam, it's there.
Okay.
Oh,
Pero Miss Jean, dahil
okay.
tinanong mo na si Humabon, let's ask first. How did it happen? Because I know, Jason, you've done several movies, Armando. What happened? I mean, who invited you guys to audition or to join this movie, Boundless?
Jason, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? How do you want to do this?
Lapu-Lapu always goes first.
I love it. Okay.
Thank you.
Yo, Lapu-Lapu.
So, it was a really odd day. Like, if I was to start back from the very beginning, I just remember my agent sent me an email, and it was for an audition. It wasn't called Sin Limite or Boundless at the time. It was under a code name. What code name I can't remember at this point, but they sent me the audition, and they're like, "We're just looking around. We saw you had someone on your roster, and we were just wondering if they'd be interested." And as I read the breakdown, so what a breakdown is just a little brief summary about the character. I was like, okay, yeah, just tell them I'm in. And then they just said a tribal chieftain. And I was like, a native tribal chieftain. I was like, okay, let's see what this is. I said, let's do it. And when they sent it to me, the first thing on the very top was the audition is for the character Jefe Lapu-Lapu, Jefe si Lapu-Lapu. And my jaw hit the floor because I was like, oh, I know who that is. I know who that is. I'm completely aware. I've had my coach actually is the one who told me about him. And I remember when he told me about him, I was wide-eyed because I was like, I've never heard of a Filipino like that before. I'm like, he is a tough guy. That sounds like a really unbelievable character from a comic book almost, or a story like I don't know, Tarzan, or an adventure like Gulliver's Travels, something crazy. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. So I see it and I'm like, yeah, I have so many ideas. I'm like, I can do this. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what would they want? What would the casting directors want to see? Because they're asking for a self-tape. And as I was thinking about it, I said, you know what can I do to show Filipinos in a different light than we're used to seeing Filipinos, right? Especially on massive media, right? Like film and television, and I mean around the world, because we're usually portrayed, especially in North America, as caregivers or sweet or unassuming or smart. And I said, what if if this is my only chance, how about we give them fierce and something strong and full of I don't want to say life, but do you know what I'm saying? Just strength personified. Like if you were to take natural elements, put it into a human being, and throw it into the world, this is who you get. And I was like, okay, let me do that. I talked to my acting coach, my acting mentor. Shout out to Pedro. I love the guy with all my heart. And we had an argument because I said, when I do this audition, this is not part of our culture. This is from a different island culture, like the Maoris and stuff. But I remember I know how to do the haka because a Filipino friend of mine passed away, and we promised each other, like for fun, we'll learn how to do it because we both like the New Zealand All Blacks and rugby, and we love what it represented. And before he passed away, I learned it. Then I found out he left during COVID, and I said I would practice this every day, just for him. Like alone, I'd run to the beach, do it on the beach, and then I'd keep going. And I was like, Pedro, for this audition, I can't show them I can fight. I can't show them any of that. With the lines, I'm going to show them how fierce I am, but I want to show them that the Philippines is ready to go to war. So I'm going to do this. And he was like, you sure about that? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to let them know it's not part of the Filipino culture, but we're just as fierce. We're just as strong. We're just as hungry. So I did that. And I said, okay, let's see what happens. 3 days later, I get a call to go into the Zoom audition. In the Zoom audition, I met the lovely Sarah and Rosa, who I cannot give enough credit to. They changed my life. But I was doing the audition. They said they loved everything about it. They asked me about my fighting background, which I told them. And during the audition, they could tell I was really just explosive everywhere. I was just like a ball of just uncontrolled energy. And then they said, Armando, calm down. We believe in you. And when they said that, my heart stopped, but not in the way where I was shocked or anything. It stopped in the way that it's almost like time stood still. And I was like, no one's ever said that, especially in this circumstances. I believe in you, or we believe in you. And then I did the audition. And by the time I was done that audition, I was like tearing up. I was crying. I was shaking. And I was like, something happened. I couldn't tell you what, but something happened. And I remember looking at them like I'm looking at Eugene and Giselle. And they were like this. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know what just occurred. And they're like, that was yeah, they said it was crazy.
My reaction would be that way too. Iyak na ako.
Yeah,
I can feel the passion. I can feel the passion. And thank you for portraying Lapu-Lapu that way. Parang I love the word fierce Lapu-Lapu.
Yes.
Fierce Filipino.
Yes, I think it's I love that we are portrayed with such big open hearts, because that's when I see that I think of my mom, right? I think that's who my mother is. But the other side of my mother is she is fierce. She is the strongest woman I know. She is the mountain of our family. She is a rock. My dad raised me tough, and I remember I would joke around with all that. I'm like, do you know who I modeled Lapu-Lapu after? I'm like, there's two guys. One is Shere Khan, the tiger from the Jungle Book, because when I see him, I think I'm like I'm a tiger. I was like, I'm a tiger. He's a tiger. He's so strong. He's so confident, and he has this sense of danger, but like machismo that I love. And then I was like, and the joke part was, and the other half of it is Lolo, right? Like my grandfather who passed away. Because I said, if you ever seen a Filipino grandfather, a Lolo mad, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's Lapu-Lapu. That is Lapu-Lapu.
Definitely.
See, you guys know.
Super like, tapa, oo. Grabe sagot ni Jason. Grabe sagot ni Armando, ni Lapu-Lapu pala. It's nakaka-teary-eyed yung sagot mo about yung ano kay Lapu-Lapu. It's
actually I can feel the emotions.
Yeah, yung passion niya for ano.
Yeah,
I'm speechless. Speechless.
It was truly an honor. It's like every time I think about it, it was crazy. Actually, when they told me I got it, they told me 3 days after. I was at the gym. I was in the corner, silently screaming and tearing up with like tears in my eyes, because my agent called me and she said, "You got it," and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this is crazy." And when I met Jason, the first thing I told him was, "I hope with all my heart that I do the Philippines proud, more than anything."
Wow.
I was like,
Ngayon pa lang, yes na.
I really, yeah.
You have a fan here, right here.
So,
thank you.
We will. So, I saw your eyes, Miss Jean. Talagang gumaganyan ka while Armando was
Yeah.
actually talking.
Oo. Nakaka-proud. Nakaka-proud,
Nakaka-proud.
Armando, yung sagot mo.
Oh,
Sobra.
thank you.
Sobra.
Na-mention na ni Armando si Humabon. Kasi
Si
sabi niya,
Humabon.
when I saw Jason, paano ba? Ang dami mo na kasing pinortray na nakausap ka namin. Oo.
No, if I may go back, what Armando failed to mention is the first time I met him in the Dominican Republic, where we shot the film. The first thing I told him, you do know that you will portray a character that's universally recognized as the Philippines' first hero, right? Oh, he's up for the challenge. He was up for the challenge. I mean, oh man. I mean, I've seen a lot of passionate actors before, but this guy, Armando, he's on another level. I love the guy. Love the guy.
We will see that sa movie.
How did you get the role, Jason?
No, mine is a different side. So I got the side from my agent, and then I immediately like read the character and the sides. Humabon. I actually played that guy in high school in a play. I actually did, and then this would be easy. This would be fun. So I did my self tape, and then they called me back for a Zoom interview. So so no nervousness, no nothing. You guys know me. I'm so confident, right? So I did my Zoom interview, and then again, wow, we believe in you. Expect a call from us. So long story short, I got the role. I was so happy, but no nervousness until I found out who's directing, who's playing Magellan, who's playing El Caño. Then it dawned, this is something really big. And the goosebumps and the preparation was intense when I learned that.
Okay. Miss Jean, Jason mentioned about Magellan and the other characters. So
Sebastian Elcano.
Can we ask who are these people who will be portraying Magellan?
Oh yeah.
Sebastian.
Lapu-Lapu. It's your
Magellan.
So Magellan is played by Rodrigo Santoro. That's a funny story real quick. Jason, when we were talking, when I first met him, he was like, Rodrigo's playing Magellan, and I could see his eyes light up. He was like so happy to be working with him. Elcano is played by Alvaro Morte, the professor on Money Heist. That's my big brother. I love that guy with all my heart. Yeah, that's my guy.
That's why.
Yeah, Simon West was directing us. He directed Tomb Raider, Expendables 2, Con Air, and that was a dream come true also. And then
Wow. I'm speechless too while listening to you guys.
I really want to, is this a full length movie, right?
Right now, it is a series on Amazon Prime, 6 episodes. There was talks. There were talks about making it a film because some people would wanted to do it as a film. So who knows what happens right now? I'm not sure. I happened to catch that online as well. So
on Netflix. Sana man lang
Netflix.
Everyone would be able to see it.
Yes.
It's on Amazon Prime in Europe, UK, and the States. And they're still trying to work the licensing for Asia and Canada. We still haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
But Miss Jean, this is actually very timely. It's just sad that, I hope that we were the ones here in the Philippines who actually produced like a movie like that instead of, coming from Canada. So it's actually good to see a series in Canada, but we hope that it will come from the Philippines first, especially at this time.
If I may, it's actually produced in Spain.
Produced in Spain?
Yeah. So like Spain got us. It was a worldwide search.
Wow.
So they got
So
one
it's
from
not.
Toronto and one from Canada. Yeah, I actually have actor friends who auditioned, and they're from the States. They're from England. Yeah, we we had a character there
Oh,
who they got from England. Colin Ryan.
Yeah,
grabe.
Colin Ryan.
I love
Wow.
that guy.
I'm speechless lalo. I'm so I didn't know. Akala ko,
Grabe.
hindi ako masyado nag-research, Jason, ah.
Lucky for them, they have Armando as Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, hopefully, just.
I saw Armando's picture and I was surprised. Sabi ko, I actually want to see the real you because, Lapu-Lapu has long hair. And then I initially thought
Yeah.
that, was it shot in Hawaii?
Dominican Republic, you mentioned
Dominican Republic, all
Yeah.
in Dominican
Yeah.
Republic.
It was shot both
in
in
two
Dominican.
locations.
Mm.
Our we were flown to the Dominican Republic, which I think we were like 3 weeks there, right? And then
We were there for a while. Yeah, I can't.
and then to Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Spain.
Mhm.
Okay, grabe. Ay, nako. Bring this to the Philippines, please. Alam ito.
That's
We
the
have to
idea.
watch this. No, we have to
That's the
watch
We
idea.
all
this.
need to watch that,
Grabe.
especially at this time.
Oh.
At this time.
Oh. Kailangan makita natin yan.
Okay,
Grabe,
so
ang galing.
when you guys got the role and you guys started shooting already, kay Armando, my question is, how was it? Because you actually grew up in Canada.
Yeah.
And though you heard about Lapu-Lapu, was it difficult for you to portray some of the mannerisms and probably some of the details about Lapu-Lapu?
So you know what? Actually, going into this, I did a lot of study and research. So whatever was told to me, I was asking anyone in my family who knew, and then I said, okay, maybe this isn't enough. So I did start doing my own research, and I said, you know what? This is still not enough. And I got in contact when I was doing training for the fights and doing Kali and just combat in general, like Muay Thai and MMA. I was talking to my friends there, and it's the place is Undisputed Martial Arts, now known as Striking Tactics, and they got me in contact with, Kevin got me in contact with Jay, and Jay got me in contact with a Filipino professor who specialized in like the Battle of Mactan and Lapu-Lapu. So we were in a group chat, and I was just messaging him all my questions. If I had a concern about something, if I had, one of my questions was like, is there any documentation about how Lapu-Lapu and the natives fought at this time? How did they farm? What was their way of life? How did they think? Was there a marriage process? A bunch of crazy things. Because I thought the more questions I asked and the more knowledge I got, I could try to emulate that life or keep it in the back of my mind or in the front of my mind and put that into the scenes. I actually got to a point where I was so comfortable that in it, and mind you, I was always kind of like, I want to do right and I want to do good. But there was this weird fine line of comfort and excited nervousness that I was always riding. And I actually went over and started talking to like the producers and the director, and I'm like, hey, so I know this is all we're doing for Lapu-Lapu for this scene, but what if we like, bring it back to my like hut and my people and show how we're living or like getting prepared for war or just our day-to-day life, just so people get a little bit more sense of who we are, right? And then things like that. So even though I grew up here, I did as much work as I possibly could, and more importantly, I think I like I said, right now I'm my own harshest critic. So I hope the job is good, but if there was any service to it, it was because I put so much care and love into playing Lapu-Lapu, because I thought anyone who would have got this, any Filipino who would have got this, who knows who Lapu-Lapu is, would have done the same, nothing less. Like all
May
of
I
their
ask? May I ask who the professor is? You had you.
Oh my goodness.
Anyone we know? Anyone we know here in the Philippines?
I don't know. His name, I believe, is Felipe. I could be getting that wrong right now.
Oh,
But
is it UP Diliman?
I'm not really sure because I was just. It was I was always so busy. I just had him on a first name basis, but he's such a lovely man. I'm like
Oh, the first name is Felipe.
Yeah.
The first name is Felipe.
You know him,
Yes.
Miss Jean, because I know Ambet Ocampo.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe
Ambet.
more.
Yeah, Ambet
Oo.
knows some private stuff about some some people in history.
Yeah.
But Felipe, I think I don't know if he's the professor in UP Diliman. He knows a lot of history stuff, so it's good. And you did a lot of research. That's good. Approve.
So, teka lang, si Jason ba, meron ka pa rin bang adjustments? Kasi you already played Humabon before. What were your adjustments in this movie or series?
Well, the adjustments, for this, I played a politician. I mean, I played both sides, and it's true. It's according to the writings of Antonio Pigafetta. Yeah, and I also did with my research. I was enchanted by this white man, the first white man that I've seen, bringing me all these gifts, and then bringing me the idea of a Christian God, which I accepted. And I mean, there's a lot of scenes there that I still can't mention, but like for example, the baptism, the blood compact, the crucifix in Cebu, when it's just out of this world, out of this world.
Wow. Yung anong tawag dito? Kasi 'di ba shiften si Humabon. So parang sabi mo nga naka-portray kayo ng politician. So konting konting gewang na lang. Alam mo na kung paano. Bring it back 100 years back. Tapos konting gewang politician ka na. Si Humabon.
Maganda 'yun.
Yes.
Tsaka diplomatic siya, he knows. May vision din naman siguro si Humabon, ano? Yeah.
He's after. In history, Humabon was one of the best tradesmen. Cebu was actually very prosperous because of the trades, because of him. He's very smart. He was called in history a lot of names, like the first Christian, Don Carlos, the wise one. Yeah, I mean, it's a very iconic character to play also, and he was responsible for turning the Philippines into a Christian nation.
Yeah, oo. O hindi dahil sa kanya.
Oo.
Curious ako kasi 'di ba the wife of Humabon was said to be very, very beautiful. So is the one, the actress playing Humabon's wife, very beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Naku po. I'll tell you off the air because
okay.
I'm actually waiting if Jason can answer that question.
Basta alam ko maganda siya.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Actually, tayo Miss Jen, ako habang na-excite ako kasi after a long time, this is the first time that we have like a type of movie or series na ganito. We have the last time was General Luna here in the Philippines, portrayed by John Ercilia. And after that, wala masyado. And first time, Goyo, by Paul Abelino. But this is the first time that someone will be portraying Lapu-Lapu or probably a series about Lapu-Lapu. So we are so excited for this movie. Napaisip ako na we have to come up, Jason, you have to give us more detail so we can prepare like a lengthy article about Boundless. And
listen, if you need more information, Armando went to the red carpet in Spain. When Armando Allera was sitting beside the King of Spain
Oh my
Wow,
God.
say, Armando, you have to provide us with pictures.
Picture.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. Yeah,
Grabe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mean to pressure you guys, but this one, so mga kababayan, alam niyo na, mapapanood niyo to bukas at ngayon kami nagtitape. So I have to get those pictures so we can prepare the article by tomorrow before we show this in YouTube. So it will be
Mm.
supported.
I send all my pictures that I'm allowed to share on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Armando, you can
You
email
have
them.
to ask him. Oh,
Yeah.
ask him.
I'll send it.
Yeah.
I'll send whatever I can share with you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Saka,
Yeah.
of course, the entire cast.
Send your picture with the King of Spain.
Yes, please.
Gosh.
So actually, though I met the King of Spain, I didn't know if it was gentlemanlike and dignified to take a picture like a selfie with the king.
It's like taking a selfie with the Queen of England.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my question. Yeah. What were you
So-
wearing when you met the King of Spain? The Lapu-Lapu?
No,
Or-
I
No,
thought
actually,
Lapu-Lapu.
With the big
I was wearing an
sword.
all-white suit. I looked like I
Okay.
looked like an angel, and I was like, I told, even when we met, I told one of the head producers. He goes to him and he goes to the king. He says this too. He says, "Do you know whose hand you're shaking?" And I was like, "What? I'm the one shaking the king's hand. What are you talking about?" And he goes, "That guy's Lapu-Lapu." And then he's like, "Huh?" And he goes, "Pilipinas, Matan." And he's like, "Huh?" And then he points at Rodrigo, and he says, he's the one who kills Magellan. And the King of Spain, while shaking my hand, he was just like, "Oh." And then we started talking, and I said, "Yeah, I know I'm in a white suit and all, but don't let it fool you. I'm a tough guy." And
Eh, if I may, Armando FaceTimed me during that time, and the first thing I said, "Who do you think you are, Don Johnson of Miami Vice?" He was all white.
Because he was wearing white. Yeah.
He was kaya angel kasi he was wearing white.
Yeah.
I was
Where were you?
so envious. Inggit ako na, oh man,
Where were
you're
you,
there.
Jason? Ba't hindi ka sumama?
Oo.
I had some projects here.
Oh.
Wow. And
Sayang.
ang question ko nga, bago Miss Jean, kilala ba ni Armando si Don Johnson?
yes,
I
do know.
Because
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice saw it when I was young.
Yeah.
So,
Oo.
baka naman hindi pa to napapanganak si Armando nung panahon na yun.
Halata edad natin.
Oo. So I saw it when I was so young, but I remember Don
So this
Johnson.
movie is big in Europe. Tapos the Filipinos, they are very lucky to be able to sit along with yung mga kapatid natin dyan sa Europe and America. You're lucky. Grabe.
Very
And
lucky.
I'm so proud. Grabe, Jason. Ano ba yan? Next stop nyo, Hollywood? Jason and Armando.
Oo.
We're already in Hollywood.
For this one, yeah. Yeah. Pero curious ako,
Hollywood
Jason,
red carpet.
Armando. Did the producer think of going to the Philippines and probably shot few scenes here in Cebu?
If I can answer that.
Yes, please.
Yes, but unfortunately, it was shot during the height of the COVID thing. So there was a Philippine law that all that comes to our shores will have to quarantine, and now it's so instead of that, we shot in Spain.
Okay. Maganda na nalinaw yon, Miss Jean, kasi baka mamaya may mga mang-bash at alam mo yon, makarinig na, teka, it's about Lapu-Lapu and Humabon and it was never shot in the Philippines.
No, actually, the movie Boundless is a story about Magellan, about his voyage.
That's why in Spain.
Yeah, so this comes from the standpoint of the Spaniards.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, because we might hear a lot of things like bashing and so many things.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sana pag na-launch na yung movie dito or pag showing siya dito sa Philippines, we would have the time to visit us, no? Kasi medyo loose na naman ngayon yung pagpasok dito eh. So we would actually welcome na andito kayo pagkatapos you would tell the Filipinos na, hey, we are in this movie. We have this movie about Magellan, Lapu-Lapu, and Humabon, and everyone else in Philippine history. Di ba? Parang ang saya na ganun eh. Yan ang nakaka-proud. Sobra-sobra.
And maybe you could speak to our friend, to our producer friends there, that if they want to shoot on the Philippine side of things, me and Lapu-Lapu were available.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and Armando can visit Bantayan and Malapascua and Cebu. Those two are beautiful. Beautiful
yeah.
islands.
I would love to.
Yeah.
No,
that's it.
I was actually thinking that he should visit Mactan itself, where the battle happened.
Yes,
Because,
yes, that's a good one.
We were lucky to catch a glimpse of the battle scene. Now, Armando killed it. Oh man,
We're excited to watch
Definitely
that.
killed it.
that's all I can say. He killed it.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a good one. So, Miss Jean, do you have any other questions? Question to Jason and
Well,
Armando?
just, good wishes, good fortune sa
Oh.
career as actors, and then go for it. Be fierce, Armando. Jason, be more confident pa. Confident plus more, grabe. Humabon. Galing.
Wala akong masabi.
Proud, I'm so proud.
Please invite everyone. Of course, you guys need to give me more information probably later through email. I got some photos from Jason already, but I will be asking few more information. So who will invite first, Jason or Armando? And please also mention where they can watch it now, and what countries.
I still stand with what I said. Lapu-Lapu always goes first.
Okay, Lapu-Lapu,
This guy.
Armando.
This guy. So where they can watch it now, so it is available. I think it just came out in Brazil. It's available in France, Italy, all Amazon Prime, by the way. France, Italy, Spain, not Canada, United States, and
UK.
UK, and possibly I think Latin America as well. But that one I'm 50-50 on right now. I can't remember if that was part of the release schedule. Jason might know a little bit better than me.
Nothing yet. On the Asian side and the Canadian side, I still have no news. But yeah, all our friends from Europe, America, Boundless is out. Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome film. It's high budget. The actors are awesome. The director is awesome. I mean, it was shot during one of the most difficult times in our generation. So everybody was so passionate there. I mean, it's like it's all the focus was in this film. So I believe we did a good product, and we hope that the Philippines be proud from what we for our portrayal of two of the biggest characters in our history.
Definitely. So, Miss Jean, any parting words before we say thank you to Armando and Jason?
Wala kundi padayon lamang. Padayon, Jason. Padayon, Armando.
Alam ba ni Armando yung padayon? Konting background mo, Miss Jean, ang padayon.
Continue. Padayon is Bisaya for continue, go on, plow on. Yun, padayon.
Thank you so much. Of course, thank you so much, Armando and Jason. Thank you always for updating us. And kung meron kang ginagawa, please update us later on. And this is the first time, actually, Miss Jean, that we're seeing another historical film. So we are so excited to watch her in the Philippines. We hope that we can watch it before the end of 2022. Here in Asia.
Yep.
Yeah, and sabi nga ni Miss Jean, we hope to see her in the Philippines. I just hope that someone from the film industry or any producer can tie up our partner so we can see you here and launch the Lapu-Lapu movie or the Boundless.
Yeah, I would love to be there with you guys.
Okay, so thank you so much mga kababayan. Please don't forget to visit our portal. It's www.angpinoy.net. And as mentioned, this episode will be shown in YouTube and Facebook. So please watch this. And please also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ang Pinoy channel. We are currently featuring the city of San Pablo if you want to see the beauty of the Philippines, please visit it. So please like and subscribe. So muli, this is Chasel. We will see you on Tuesday, July 20 something for another episode of Ang Pinoy Live. Thank you and good day and good night and good morning. Thank you. Thank you.